All right. Well, congratulate. Hey, I'm picture-in-picture on myself there. No, it's all good. So congratulations to all the winners. We're still, my microphone cable. We are still getting caught up on I have to go through and pull all the submissions from the Game Jam t-shirt design contest. But we're catching up on all that stuff. Thanks again for October and November, December, and January and February that have been patient enough to wait to get your rewards for the jam. But yeah, all 3 winners will be receiving an epic swag pack for each member on their team, including a special Game Jam t-shirt to be determined. So look out for that soon. I'll reach out to everybody on that, and look out for next week's jam. We're probably going to announce it next week and kick it off on the 9th, but I could be wrong. Anyway, so sorry about that. With that, we can get over to the meat of the conversation. Hi.
Hi, Chance.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to Epic. So, Hanako, you guys are Impact Games from Atlanta, Georgia, and from the rest of the world too, it seems, right? So tell us a little bit about you guys and then your team.
Well, how we got started, in 2007, my mom passed away, and I decided I wanted to make a project to honor her memory. And I just started like core curriculum and game design classes, and I had classes with Connor. And I knew.
So y'all met each other in school?
Yeah.
Wait, what school?
SCAD.
Oh, y'all went to SCAD. Okay, cool.
And
Atlanta campus.
Yeah, Atlanta campus.
Atlanta campus.
And
Star.
And we had a class together, and he always did like Japanese themed art and a lot of stuff. And I approached him. We didn't really like each other at first.
No.
And I was like, "Hey man, do you want to start this project with me? Like, here's the idea, and here's what I want to do this thing with Samurai," and kind of dedicated it.
He kind of knew I had a thing for samurais when he saw my legs.
Yeah,
he was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, we could be best buddies
tattoos.
now."
I knew a guy that had 2, one on each of his calves. When he walked, they were like clinging
Oh,
swords.
I do. I have a ninja on the other side. He's actually he's actually stalking the samurai. He's at the top of the bamboo stalks.
Your legs, sir.
I lost my mic.
They tell a story.
So I was like, this guy's calves. He needs to work on my project.
Yeah. You're like, hey, I don't know if you know anything about what I'm doing, but you have to come with me.
Yeah. So we emailed Georgia Tech looking for programmers here right across the 75, 85, and only one responded, Ajani Thomas, and that was kind of like became our.
He's the programmer that's done some streaming C++ work with us. Yeah. So y'all may have seen us like tweet about that or even mention it here on the stream. But Johnny Thomas, and where is he located?
In Atlanta, but
Ajani's actually my roommate.
Okay. Yeah. So he's located in your house.
Yes, he's located in my house. Currently, he's in Boston doing some work, but when he's not there, he's in Atlanta.
Cool. Awesome. So. And you've got other parts of your team is kind of distributed as well too, right? Like you've got other people in other places, or are y'all all in Atlanta?
No, we're in Atlanta. We've got a team member in Texas, one in Canada, one in Europe.
Yeah.
So we're a little spread out.
Yeah, 3 different currencies and
there you go.
Many time zones.
Exactly. That's the fun part. Different time zones.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I was just telling y'all earlier. I've got an 8 p.m. meeting tonight. Yeah, the best. Well, cool. Forgive my coughness. I don't think I'm contagious.
It's okay. We just need the elbow handshake.
Cool. So what do you guys do currently on Hanako? Like you're basically the project lead and the everything lead, right? Because it was originally your brainchild, right?
Yeah, I oversee creative and art direction and do the environment art.
Okay.
And then Connor, myself, and Ajani, we kind of split design up, and we have really awesome design discussions, and it's great because we all have 3 very different backgrounds, and they're all complementary. So I see things away, and then Connor sees things away, and then Ajani usually is like mediator, or it alternates, and it's not, and they're always super productive discussions. Like we've never gotten in like a super heated like, no, like forget you guys. It's like it always ends up being like a way better idea than what
we're really creative. He's really analytical, so it all meets in the middle to be like, this is how it's gonna work. Yeah. We'll come up with an idea, and then he'll go, how is this supposed to work?
Yeah, he might also be the voice of reason in the room too,
very
right?
Much.
It's like,
very
you're painting outside of the lines pretty heavy.
Scope
right
creep
now.
is his big thing. He's like, scope creep, no.
Yeah. He has like a light. He hits the buzzer. You know.
His lightsaber. Yeah.
His lightsaber.
Yes.
You live with a man with a lightsaber.
We each have a set of lightsabers, battle ready.
Very well. Well, I heard about your other. Arsenal.
My arsenal.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. So, cool. So your team's pretty small. A lot of people see that as a positive, a lot of people as a negative, just because, like, you're resource constrained, you have fewer people around. But at the same time, you can have those discussions. Y'all can actually act as a committee because y'all are all have skin in the game. You may disagree, but there's very few others outside of y'all that kind of help drive those decisions, and so that's super cool. It's sometimes difficult to find a team that can work that well together, and then still be bros and live with each other even.
Yes,
right?
Exactly.
Cool. So Hanako has been in development for quite some time. You built it originally in it's kind of like a passion project originally, working on it outside of work. And UE3 was it originally? Or?
Yeah, it started in UT3 as a mod in college, and then when UDK came out, we moved, and then right when UE4 went public last March, we decided to migrate. And that's kind of the latest iteration. I mean, once we kind of changed the name to Hanako Soul of the Samurai and kind of started back up in 2013, that was kind of the time where we kind of revamped our team, got new members, and started over, basically. Gotcha.
Yeah, so you've had, like, a lot of the design, or the overall, like, main backbone of design and what the gameplay wanted to be like, pretty much figured out for quite some time. And now you're working it into the tech and building a lot of the content around it and polishing and doing all those things. Because I've seen builds of this from the last, I guess, 6 months or so, and it's come such a long way.
Thank you.
From last summer, seeing some of the things and playing it over the last couple weeks or so. So it's taken a number of iterations, and you're finally bringing it all to a head now. I mean, you guys, tell us about Greenlight. I mean, it's a pretty cool story, yeah?
Greenlight was pretty awesome. I mean, we had a really good time going out there and getting that done. We got a lot of positive support.
Yeah, it was really unexpected because our team was really hesitant. Like, dude, it's the internet. They're going to tear us apart. It's Steam. Like, there's no way it's going to go well.
Plus, Greenlight's so up in the air as it is, right?
Yeah.
So, but I mean, 9 days. We did it in 9 days. We got up to our official email.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. I mean,
that's awesome.
We put it up and it was just like thousands of really positive comments, and it was really like, hey, you guys need to like clean up some things, but it looks pretty good. There wasn't any like horrible internet trolling or anything. It was super positive, very supportive.
Yeah, people understand the vision, and then they're at that point looking at, okay, polish. Like, yeah, you're here. Here are the things that you can kind of tighten up here and there. But I think that's a good point to get at Greenlight. A lot of people approach Greenlight a little too early, I think, or even a little too late. They don't even really need it. It's like your game is people are gonna buy your game. Somebody will publish that game. And so I think that's probably a good point for it. Like, what did y'all think about as far as when it was right to start Greenlight? Did y'all have like a bar that y'all wanted to meet, or?
Yes, we actually kind of wanted to do Greenlight and the Kickstarter around the same time. We figured, if we were ready to go Greenlight, we were almost ready to go all the way with any sort of funding, and it would be a good way to push the team and ourselves to, take that last leap into being in that territory of like a solid game that we could throw out there to the public.
Yeah. And then now it's out there, and so it's like, oh gosh.
Now it's out there, and every day you're like, oh, I hope people like it. Oh, I hope people like it.
It's kind of like we were going to do it at the same time originally, and then we thought, well, if we get greenlit before Kickstarter, then we know like the Steam kind of rewards giving people in-game stuff we'd already have the framework to do it, so we decided to do greenlight early. And that worked out super well. And then I think it helps the Kickstarter too, because it's like, oh, you guys are already greenlit.
Right.
And I think it helps establish our legitimacy.
Yeah, set some credence, right?
Yeah.
Like
it helped us too as a team. I mean, we got a lot of good feedback. Like you said, we got some really core feedback about, we like the game, we love the concept, just a little bit more polish, and that drove the team on. Everyone got super excited about that. They were full of energy. Like, people love what we're doing. It needs a little bit more work, and we're good to go.
Yeah, there's a lot of times that in game development that race to the first playable. Once you have something to play, it's about, okay, let's all pick it apart. And then the minute you're comfortable with letting other people pick it apart, especially people that would be potential, consumers for you at some point, that's actually like really powerful. It's terrifying. I mean, I've been there before. It's like it's like when I've done this in mobile before, where you soft launch in like another country, and it's like, oh no, shut it down. Like everything is wrong. But that's cool. I'm glad reception's been good. And you mentioned Kickstarter. You guys kicked off 2 days ago. What was that process like? I mean, because so you go through a lot of this. Like, you've got your game. You've talked about your game. You've been very open about development. You've been streaming development for quite some time. We've got you listed, in our active streamers. We've had you as community spotlight before. So people have known that your game exists. But then you have this rush to get it ready for Greenlight, and then you had this rush to get it ready for Kickstarter. Like, what are the differences there? Like, what did you have to do in the last week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, getting ready for a Kickstarter launch?
I mean, well, Greenlight to Kickstarter, a big difference was just the demo. We wanted to release a demo.
Yeah, because you have a demo, a downloadable demo with Kickstarter, so you don't have to. You don't have to pledge or anything or back. You can just go in and download and check out the game.
Yeah, it's on the Kickstarter page. I mean, we want the game to kind of speak for us. We don't want to type a bunch of stuff and say like, trust us, we'll make this game. We want people to be able to see it and be able to see like our mechanics and our foundation. Like it's a pre-alpha demo, but it's still, there's enough there to where the community can see like, oh, okay, we see where they're going with this. We really like this. And I think it'll help with backings too and more confidence in their backings.
Definitely. I think that it you know, a lot of Kickstarters, we were talking about this at lunch a little earlier too. It's, you know, there's crowdfunding is fantastic because it is now a means for people to actually fund their projects and get financial help. But the problem is we're now to the point where there's been a lot of people that just failed. They're just like some big fluff things, and there's like the whole potato salad, and then there's you know, there's other things too. But I think that having that out there as well is really huge for your credibility, because people are like, oh, this actually is a product that kind of already exists. I can just pull it down and there it is, right?
And as far as this working, I mean, the team, they banded together. We were doing everybody on the team. No matter what time zone, then we were pulling till like 4 a.m. their time zone for about 2 or 3 weeks straight while we were working on iterations of the demo to get it out there, and for some of the art that was going on the Kickstarter and things that we wanted to get done. So it was really good bonding team time. We really all came together.
Yeah, I think that was probably the best like 2 week period of like team bonding
cohesiveness.
And team chemistry. It was the most enjoyable time and the most difficult at the same time for me.
Oh yeah.
And it was, I give all the credit to the team for their hard work.
Yeah, they did a fantastic job.
They completely made it happen. Like we came up with a list. I'm like, this is ideal. I don't know if we can hit it, and they hit everything and then some, and I'm completely still blown away by what the team was able to accomplish.
Yeah, I think that's always a challenge, especially for when you're kind of bootstrapping it as a team, is setting goals for yourself and then keeping each other accountable to hit them. I've always found this is myself as like the bite off more than you can chew and chew it type deal. Like you saying we're doing this Kickstarter at this point, it has to happen for these reasons. It's like, okay, now it's an unmovable bar. That thing is there, it's happening. So you've made that deadline, and so everyone bands together, and really goes after it, which is super, super awesome. Well, cool. Let's see if we can hop into microphone. Sorry. All right, so we've actually got a build of it running right now, and we've got Alan Noon and Jeff Wilson and Alexander Pascal all networked into a game right now. So we're going to hop in and show a little bit of the gameplay for Hanako, and just talk about some of the things that are there. So let me let the team know that we're hopping in.
Do us proud, Matthew.
Yeah.
Do us proud.
Yeah, I'm having Matt play because I'm really bad at Hanako so far. I get killed in the Kickstarter demo pretty quick.
That actually is not too bad. We were looking to make the demo challenging yet fun.
Yeah, we didn't want it to be too difficult.
That was actually the hardest part about the demo, is how difficult to make it.
Oh, just deciding on what is a good balance.
Right, between what was a good number of being able to ramp up in AI difficulty and letting players learn the game.
Click over on the screen. Alt tab it, see if it lets you over. Did we break it?
You broke Epic.
High score? Did I break?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So Shelly's going to kick over the Kickstarter video while we're launching the build here. Technology. Yeah, it's fine.
I'm not gonna lie, some of my favorite shots are coming up in the video.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. I usually play the green guys, the Yamai, the bad guys. So me and Matt try to have epic duels as often as possible.
Yeah, so with that, you've got different classes, different. Do you have different weapons? Yeah, you have the archery. You've got sword, hiding in the bushes. This is my favorite thing.
That's actually one of my favorite scenes. And we have plans for a couple other classes too that are on the Kickstarter.
Yeah, every class has a distinct weapon and kind of a distinct skill tree and different abilities they can choose from. And then each class will also have the ability to choose a second weapon if they want to. There's kind of 3 branches. One is like they mastered their existing weapon.
Yeah.
The next branch is they get a new weapon that's kind of more elite.
Got it.
And then they have like kind of like a support line.
All right. Hanako, Soul of the
Oh,
Samurai.
looks like the server just dropped.
Oh no. I'll ping Alan.
I could hop in the demo in the meantime, maybe.
Just go ahead and try to launch it one more time. Let's just see if we can.
From the shortcut?
Yeah.
Okay, let me close it really quick.
Oh yeah, he said that he had to restart it.
Okay.
He's back up now.
Okay, there
Great,
we go.
back in.
Oh, there's dudes.
Yeah, so that's Alan.
Should we tell them about both the clans a little bit? Give them.
Yeah.
I mean, there are so you know they're playing. You'll see 2 clans in the game. The red clan is our main clan. That's the Hanako clan, the one the game's named after. And they are your standard good guys, you know, all around good guys. And then you have the green armored bad guys. Those are the Yamai clan, and they are your all out for blood, fire, and war to change the country type of people. So it's essentially what you'll be doing in campaign is playing against each other.
Okay.
And what we're calling like a tug of war kind of style match. You'll start in the middle.
Which is
There's
this
a total.
map.
That's this map. There's a total of 7 maps, and depending on who wins, you'll be pushed back or forward on the map line.
Oh, okay.
And in order to win, you have to push your opponents all the way back to the end of their map line and defeat them in their castle, killing
Gotcha.
their leader.
So it's kind of like this. Really, you're not capturing territories or like towers or things like that to do it. You're actually taking the battlefield.
Yeah.
Until you're to the very end.
Yeah,
And you've smothered your enemy.
And then we just have a couple varied game modes along the way, so it's not just always going to be like a deathmatch style. Because we also wanted to add a lot of environmental things that would cause the players to work together.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
He's probably been chasing you for like a whole minute.
Ooh. So yeah, here we go. Classic showdown. Yamai versus Hanako.
So on a little bit of a deeper level, the kind of a lot of things in the game, the art direction and the story are from like extremely personal relevance things. So like Hanako's means flower child in Japanese, and it's kind of an equivalent to what my mother's name was, Jane, in terms of like popularity and things like that. And Yamai is kind of symbolic of disease,
I think
and
there's
sickness, and illness.
There's 2 Hanakos on you now.
Oh, it's going down.
And we'll relate that more. I actually do some of the lore writing for the game. Try to bring it a little deeper.
Oh, I'm dead.
And we're trying to focus on bringing some of that into the lore as well, some of the backstory.
It's like Alexander and Alan are the 2 that are trying to get you.
Oh, don't hide, Matt. You can't hide. Go get him.
Yeah, so how big is this map? You said this is a pretty large one, yeah?
Yeah, this map's meant for probably 16 versus 16, which, by the way, if Alan wanted to make that a thing, he could make that a thing.
Add bots.
Now if he wanted to.
Oh, yeah. Does he have the bots kid?
Yeah.
All right, he does?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to tell Alan to drop the bots.
Drop the bots. Tell him, oh,
Bring in the bots.
What
Bring in
happened?
the crash.
Bring in the crash.
All right, I'm going to relaunch.
All right.
So
Pre-alpha.
Exactly, it's pre-alpha. Everyone should understand, this is pre-alpha. Don't judge too much. Judge, but not too much.
not crashes. They happen a lot in game development.
This will probably actually be one of our larger maps. The other maps will probably all be a little bit smaller. This was really meant, because this would be the first map that you play in, period. So we just kind of wanted to give you an open range of go at it, have fun, figure out the game.
Gotcha. So you have like a stamina bar over here with the white flower.
Yeah, that's
key.
Yeah, it's your key.
That's your key. Got it.
It's used for blocking, sprinting, and special abilities and combos.
Gotcha. With a slow, so it regenerates.
Yes. You can also meditate.
Okay.
We have a mechanic that allows you to heal yourself when you're in a shrine or near a shrine.
Like anywhere you see sakura trees with falling petals, that's
Yeah,
kind of a healing area.
Awesome. Okay.
And that's kind of like that's the way from the art direction side. I'm using sakura blossoms in nature to kind of be like, hey, this is my mom, guys. Like I want you guys to understand like her beauty and where she's coming from, and kind of
this
honor
guy
her.
that can.
And so Yamai can come
Yeah.
mess it up, kind of similar to what Yamai stands for.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I play.
Awesome. This is really cool stuff. So what's next for Hanako? What are you guys up to? Like, what's your next step? Like,
well, we're doing the Kickstarter right now.
yeah.
So we're trying to do the funding through that, and really it's just kind of moving the team from the demo phase and working on Kickstarter and getting back into the groove of moving the game forward. You know, working on new levels, getting some of our new characters in there.
Ramp down from your Kickstarter crunch and then back to.
Yeah, everyone's got
Back to
everyone
content.
took the week off. We're like, all right, everyone go.
Oh, they're
you know.
all against you. Oh wait, this is bot mode.
Oh, this is bot mode.
Bot mode, man. Break out apple blossoms. Got to break out apple blossoms.
So your
I
AI,
have no health already.
Your AI is out there killing.
Oh yeah, these are the Odgebots.
I'll do my
These are
best.
the Odgebots.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh, there you go. You got some more guys on your side. I don't know if they're bots or people, but you know, they'll help.
going full lemmings. Yeah.
I got a question. Is the blue blood?
That's in like probably the most rough state of everything. What the petals are supposed to represent when they come out of striking is the type of status effect that they create. So blue is kind of like for knockdowns, and then like green is for poison, red is for bleeds. We kind of actually pulled out some of our abilities for the build, so it's a little more unclear because I was like the only one that has the blue.
Yeah, you wanted to get the playable. You want to focus on the playable.
But it's cool because at the end of the day, you got an America flag floating around your screen.
Yes, that's exactly what me as a samurai wants to see.
I know,
floating above
right?
my dead body.
Exactly.
That's awesome. So we got Claudel. I want to play it. LOL. Well, you can actually go to the Kickstarter page and pull a build and check it out.
Yeah, you can totally do that. And then when you get done with that, we even gave you the ability to post your score through Facebook onto our page.
On the interweb.
Exactly. We're trying to...
Technology.
Yay.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're hoping to do some contests and some other things around that to kind of get the community involved and excited about the demo. And
if anyone is gonna play, April 1st would be a good day to play it. We're gonna keep playing it. April 1st would be a great
April
day to play.
April 1st is the great day to play. All right, I'll put it on my calendar for sure. No, this is great. We got about 10 minutes left or so. Just gonna hop into a couple quick questions, and we can continue playing or just chat.
Sure.
So like, what are some of the things you've learned while working on this game? Like, you've worked on other games and other creative endeavors in the past. Like, what's like one big thing that was like kind of surprised you to learn about creating this?
I learned a lot about people and just in general, and how to communicate and how to be a better leader just every day. And Connor and Ajni have been super pivotal in that growth because early on I was super lone wolf. I wanted to do everything. I wanted to be involved, and I didn't really delegate very well.
Do you lose color if you get hurt?
Yes.
Yep, you desaturate as you die.
Okay, awesome. So if I see somebody that's kind of gray, I know I'm going to just go poach that dude.
Yeah, we were looking for another way to show it besides just like
cool.
the health bar on your end. And, you know, we were looking for good ways to show it to the other team members as well.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your question.
Fine.
I just saw that for the first time. I was like, oh, yeah, look at that.
Oh, typed it wrong.
And, yeah, so we've got a couple from the chat and from the forums here.
Sure.
Just so what was the hardest challenge you had to overcome when getting your game to where it is today? Like, what was the big thing? Like that one.
The hardest thing, honestly, is keeping everyone motivated. Everyone on the team has times when, you know, because we all work in our free time, that they need that.
Yeah.
They needed that little bit of extra motivation to keep going. That this is going to get where it's going to get, or you know, it's okay to take a break if you're feeling a little burnt out.
Yeah, that's an important distinction too. You guys all work other places.
Yes.
And y'all have come together around this, you know, in your quote unquote spare time, right? To make this happen. So that's super awesome. Yeah, staying motivated, like.
I don't think the game ended.
And that's what, like, I've always said about accountability is always a great motivator, because if you have a bar out there, one of the first things I was taught when I was getting into games was be ready for when you make public what you're doing, because now you have people to keep you accountable. Like, now your name's on the line. I'm going to do this thing, and then people are like, oh, okay, I'll do it.
Yeah.
So, original level design things, people say, like, go online and say you're going to build a level in 7 days, and guess what? In 7 days, have a level built. Doesn't matter. It'll help you do it. Game jams are good for that too, because you have that deadline. So you hop in, you learn, and you do that. But especially when you're doing it by yourself, yeah, keeping up that passion sometimes is a challenge. Like, is there anything in particular you guys do to kind of nurture that, like, and kind of feed that passion?
Well,
outside of just the, I mean, I know working is always scratch that back. You know, it's like oh, so good, but.
Me and Matt and Ajani, we try to make the best effort we can to fill any of the holes that anyone feels that they need. You know, if we see them kind of, you know, slowing down a little bit, we're like, well, let us come in and we'll help you with that. We'll get that done. You know, take a break. We encourage team members to take a break if they feel like they need it. If they feel like they're getting burned out, like take a week or two off, go. You know, just go collect yourself, have some fun. Don't worry about this.
Flexibility is important.
Yeah, it's especially the structure of the project. I mean, it's everyone's kind of volunteering. You know, sweat equity, like you said earlier. I like that term now. But they're working on it out of passion, and it started as, you know, kind of a single dream, and it's kind of evolved into this brotherhood of shared dreams between everyone, and everyone has their own kind of dream associated with the project, and it's I've loved to see that evolution. That's exactly like what I stand for as a game developer, and what we stand for as Impact Games, to make like that meaningful experience.
Yeah, and it's sorry, go ahead.
Play testing together is probably another big one. We have a lot of fun as a team when we play test together. When we get like a big night and we just get everyone in the game. Yeah, just messing around with it
as well. I've seen you guys
a couple times.
Yeah. It's funny too when you say that everyone has their own passions, and watching them grow and change over time, and you know, people kind of discover that about themselves while they work on something for so long, and it's, you know, something that's game development's not easy, right? It's a chore of a task sometimes. It's very fulfilling, but having that and being able to still come together in agreement on stuff is actually a really, really awesome balance, right? Like. That's really really awesome here. And I see I got another one on here too. What is your what was? Hang on, let's see. What was your planning strategy going into Greenlight, and any tips or tricks for other indie devs? For Greenlight in particular.
Well, we spent a lot of time on the video. We spent a lot of time researching videos for Greenlight and Kickstarter. I mean, we probably spent a couple weeks doing for each. Just looking at other videos, seeing like what was a good length,
what content that they're putting up on there that are readily resonating with people, right?
Right. Yeah. So I mean, for every game it's different, and we really have to focus on trying to find like what was important to show in our video. What else did we do for Greenlight?
I mean, the video is the main focus. I mean, we felt like that's the first thing they see. It auto plays, like they're gonna get thrown in front of the game right away.
That and spending a lot of time just ramping up, you know, friends and family and making sure that they knew what was going on. That's I know people say it a lot, but I think until you start doing a Greenlight or a Kickstarter, you don't realize how important it is to just constantly keep hitting up your friends and family and telling them to hit up people and getting that awareness out there.
Yeah, word of mouth type stuff. Yeah. Sorry for the coughs again. So yeah, like you had to, you talk about having to pull some features for that video and for the polished things here. How did you make those decisions? What did you focus on? Like you're like, I've all these things in the game, you know, everything's kind of at its minimum viable
Our
product.
Professors back at SCAD were always an advocate of core gameplay. If a game is fun at its core, then the other stuff is usually forgivable. Because you know, you want to have fun. And I think that's what we focused on, was our core gameplay always being the most fun. We have ideas for these really awesome things and the skill tree and stuff like that, but we were always focused on.
Is there a guy shooting you?
No, there's sparks from sword clashes.
That's funny.
He has a Final Fantasy sword. Pew, pew.
Yeah, so core gameplay. Like, if you have something that's fun to play, and I think that rings true for a lot of games too. Like, a lot of the most fun games to play don't really have a whole lot of fluff outside of that core, what you do. That's what Valve's always been really good at doing that, right? Like they'll have like Portal, for instance. all you can do is shoot and shoot.
That's what Epic's always been really good at doing. That.
Yay!
So it was that and the level. You know, we wanted to like one really good level you could play on, and then some really good core mechanics, and then you know, just make all that the best it could look like. Hopefully, really encourage people when they see it to be like, I want more. Yeah, that's awesome. Did you is there a feature you wanted to get into the Kickstarter demo or anything that didn't quite make it? There were I don't think there was any features that we wanted to put in there that we didn't make it.
Yeah, I think they all got in there. I mean, there was some nice to haves, and we ended up getting pretty much all of them. Yeah. I mean, I think if there was anything, maybe have like an easy, medium, hard kind of selection when you start. But we didn't talk about it really enough to do it. It was just something like, looking back on it now, like post-mortem on shipping that, it was kind of like, yeah, that would have been nice. So if someone that's never played like a PC game, they're picking it up, they think it looks cool, like they like martial arts or samurai, but they don't really play PC games, like they could start off super easy. Yeah. And I think that would have been a nice thing, but I think we pretty much hit the mark. Yeah, you kind of got what you want. That's great. I saw Alan earlier when we were doing a quick tech test. He picked up the controller. Are you adding controller support, or? It's a question that's been asked, and we've tried it once before just to mess around with it, and it worked out pretty well. Like our keys map really well. I think we're gonna move forward with trying to work out controller support for it. I think it'll work with our directionally driven attack system, since you'll have both the analog, so moving left, attack left, and all that good stuff. Yeah, because it's like watching him do it. It felt really natural. Like it seemed like you said that it mapped pretty well. I don't know a ton of people. Most PC players don't play with a controller and stuff, but you talk about people that don't necessarily play PC games. I think it's pretty in that kind of stuff. Sometimes that's more inviting than WASD in the mouse. And stuff well, that'd be great. That was one of our other important things we're doing in the game. We wanted to be inviting. We really wanted to be open to a bunch of different, like multitude of players. So controllers. Well, we're getting pretty close on time here. So is there where can people find out stuff? HanakoGame.com? Yeah. And Hanako Game Twitter? Yep. And then my personal Twitter too. Yeah. And development streams or Twitch. I love doing that. It's great. I've gotten such good ideas for the game or for art from fans. Just be like, hey dude, what about this? I'm like, oh, that's amazing. Yes. Yeah. We'll that's the thing. Yeah. Well, first we gotta check with Ajani. Is this a coach? Yeah. The lightsaber. The voice of reason. Exactly. But it's been great if I'm having like an art. I'm getting stuck on art. I'm like, I don't know what to do with this art piece, and they're like, what if you did this? And they send me an image of reference. And I'm like, I never thought about that. That's awesome. Well, they're also really good encouragement, right? I mean, you're working and they're coming to the stream. And I got to give them credit, too, because those guys, some of our biggest fans are in EU, and they sit up to like 9 in the morning. They're all night helping us film the Kickstarter video, and they're like, it's no big deal, however much time you need. Like, we want this to be successful. Great, and I'm like, I love you guys. Oh, that's great. So if you're watching, I love you guys. New fans, I love you, too. Great. Don't forget to check out the Kickstarter, too, and get the information at the Kickstarter. Of course. Yeah, you still got like most of a month, right? Like you just launched 2 days ago, so you've got 27 days or so, and it's nerve-wracking being now that we've launched every day. I'm like, oh, okay, guys, we just because we believe in the game. We feel like we just need to get it in front of enough eyes to do what it needs to do, and hopefully people play the demo and they feel the same way. Well, I'll be backing it. So now that we're past this point, now that you've sold me on it, man. No, I'm just kidding. That's the support I've been looking for. That's all I ask for, man. Come on. I'm here to support you. Oh God. Shelly, I think we need to wrap. As Yamai like beat me up in game. Yeah, like, you're just like, oh, started. All right. Well. Thanks so much for coming in and hanging out with us. It's a pleasure to have you guys here. Game's looking great. Can't wait to see where it goes from here. And yeah, we're just super glad to have y'all. Thank you. So, Impact Games, Hanako Soul Samurai, check it out. Thanks everybody for hopping on the stream. Congratulations to the Game Jam winners. We will see you here next week. We've got a stream on Tuesday. I don't know what the details of it are yet. I don't know that we've posted it, but watch out for that soon in the forums. Catch UT on Wednesday right after that, same time, 2 o'clock. And then Thursday, we are dragging some of our VFX guys in here to talk about all the cool stuff that they're working on. So got Bill Cladis, if you guys are familiar with Imbue Effects. He is a senior effects artist at Epic as of a few months ago. And so he's going to come on here with Tim Ellick and Matt Hansey, and we're going to talk over some really, really cool stuff with VFX. So you don't want to miss it. Take care, everyone. Good to see you all again, and hope you like the new stage. Thanks for your patience with my cough and some of our awesome technical things that we're still working out. But yeah, we're really glad to have you. See y'all next time. Yeah. Thanks a lot, guys.